In this demonstration, I'm going to walk through some core elements of the Visual Studio development environment, including the Solution Explorer, Properties pane, Code Editor, and the Dynamics 365 menu. First, we'll look at the Solution Explorer window. By default, the Solution Explorer appears in the top right tab of the editor, but I've closed it in this environment so we can look at how to manually open it. To manually open the Solution Explorer window, we navigate to View, Solution Explorer. And we can see that the Solution Explorer now displays in my editor. The Solution Explorer also automatically opens whenever you open a project or a solution. In this solution, we can see the structure and content of a typical solution in Visual Studio. The solution is named Sample Projects, and it contains two projects, DB Sample Project and FM Sample Project. We can see from the layer data in parentheses that the DB Sample Project is associated with the var layer, and the FM Sample Project is associated with the ISV layer. And in the brackets, we can see the model names. The DB Sample Project is associated with the Development Basics Fleet Management model, and the FM Sample Project is associated with the Fleet Management model. Now let's take a look at the folders and elements under each project. In an earlier lesson, I used the Dynamics 365 menu to automatically generate object-specific folders under each of my projects. However, on occasion, you may want to create your own project folders manually. To do this, we right-click on the project, select Add, and then select New Folder. And for this example, I'll create a new folder called Security. Let's say I want to review the configuration of some of the elements in my project. I can do that by using the Properties pane. So if I select one of the tables and I take a look at the Properties pane, I can see all of the settings that are exposed to us as developers. You'll notice all of the properties here are read-only. If we want to change the properties of an object, we'll need to open it in the Element Designer, which we'll discuss later in this course. Classes are a little bit different in that we don't use the Element Designer to design and edit them. Instead, we use the Code Editor window. To open the Code Editor, I can either double-click on an object containing code, or I can right-click on it and select View Code. I'll go ahead and demonstrate this second option on my sample class now. So I'll right-click on the class and select View Code. And now we can see I have an empty class that's opened in the code editor. And if I wanted to, I could make and save changes to this code as needed.